we're back. Uh, After a bit of a chaotic, unpredictable week, s- I should be back in normal working order, and we're sort of
My
back.
MS. I haven't had a visitor since. In fact, I've never had a visitor.
We calm down. Oh, hello. Uh, hello.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know.
You're very quiet here.
Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Excellent. You know, appreciate. That was
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
that doesn't sound something good.
Of course.
Something else.
What's on your mind?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you ever leave?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether.
What, like
Well,
here?
no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
Sure. Some life outside of work.
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work.
Sad.
For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
That's a good question. How? Yeah. How's that happening?
Remarkably well. After all, I managed to revive you without too many adverse side effects. We're even having a real conversation. That's progress. I'm just waiting for news from Hiram Blythe. I'm quite sure he knows the location of those chemicals.
What if I go find them for you?
Get me those chemicals, and I'll revive the
Oh,
Hope.
yeah.
Revive the Hope, put a stop to the board. Stop the board, save the colony from destruction. Cause and effect. Simple, really. My progress is tied to your progress. We're in this together, my friend.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm smart.
I'm well aware of your scientific acumen, but you're far better suited to working in the field than I am. Leave the blackboard work to me. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process.
Oh,
But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the hope. Get it?
very funny.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
Yeah, you gotta.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
Yes.
Find the target, point, shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel
Oh.
free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Oh. That sounds fun. Hmm. Hmm. I have a feeling this isn't good. Mop up melted pig. Pocket watch. Yoink. Messages. I said messages. To Goliath. Worked it out, explain details later, will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials isn't healthy, but locations elude me. I'm an associate. Just like Terra near Edgewater, they have mistaken my purpose. Only trust in about 22.7. Covering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Oh, I'm well aware. Well, there's your escape pods. That's, hello? Okay. Ooh. Nice shiny poster. Secure body in SK system. Okay. Experiment notes. Flash frozen organic. Carry over for so still social entry with a tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death rate respectable 6. Difficult to acquire. With the quantities of compound likely produced by anti-Cleo. Recently discontinued to severe adverse reaction. Okay. Artificial stasis. Induced with cyspig. Revivification complete. Cyspig tissue returned to living. Brain tissue suffered the rapid nucleation. Attempted treatment processing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Finish cleaning liquefied remains of cyspig. Laboratory floor, walls. Quite needed. Fresh out anti-Cleo's experimental choice partially emulsified chronomer substitute. Finished brewing. To a space choice atrocious. Full part of self die on the inside. And space choice 2 the list. Buy more mouthwash. Spare one of my stock experimental to be used for renewable source of nourishment. Then just like pig bubbles get yeah. Oh. Oh. Just now, people survive. These genetic wonders of porcine succulents. It's harvesting a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors. That. I mean, that's how he survived. I don't like that's how he survived. Hello. Cured services home Captain Alex of Nero Unreliable. I didn't name the ship after the quality of its services. Senior menu accomplished down to Hawthorne via escape pod. Seems the revival process is complete. All time should make for a new real companion. At least acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he's a total buffoon.
Your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Well, at least we found it. Dehibernation experiment. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Raising core temperature another 5 degrees over 1 hour. This is basically working. Slight different processes big, not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment, so there's no signs of traumatic cell wall collapse. Encouraging. Need to get a view into the cranium, see what's going on with neurons, whose heads likely effects. Nothing important. Oh, okay. That's not good. So that's probably how that happened. Example, evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine and norepinephrine. Curious. No evidence of entropic effects on neurons, however. Very excited. Now, if only I keep them from exploding. Core temperature at 5. Oops, forgot. I have probe in the brain. Jostle with elbow. So subject may suffer numbness in right earlobe. Feeling ridiculous, telling mostly force and saliva meat you're doing what defines false. Practicing bedside manner important. Age recovery. Again, that's probably how. The old tactical time dilation. Curious about that neurochemical production, side effect of prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience hypoxia, exaggerated fight or flight response. Checked brainwave found sharp uptick in the perceptive cognitive processing when adjusted to probe. Fascinating, equivalent to speed of common fly's brain, could be useful in stressful situations. Objective time dilation, seeing the world moving in slow motion. Whatever one from hope have sort of brain damage or is a peculiar source. Can't wait to awaken more from the hope study in detail. It's hard to call this brain damage, seems like enhancement to me who on call hyperfast cognitive response. Am I envious? To expand the span of a breath to an eternity, to be able just for a moment to perceive the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up, still stable. Yeah. So is him reviving us. Anyway, we got our science weapons. Well, let's leave him be for now. Get back to the old ship. I don't think there's anything else around. Always helpful to poke around. Here we go. Required a lot of things. Let's go to Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Well, that's good. Okay, so we need sleep, we need liquids desperately. Not anymore. Again, let's just head off by ourselves, see what dangers there are. Assess the situation and move on. From who? Okay. I mean, it doesn't look dangerous, so I'm probably fine to just... Hello.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've
Hello.
seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Yes.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all.
Ah, this is a
I
good
never get
place.
to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Off the board. There's no... You know what? This might be the only place I actually get to do it.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code.
Nice.
I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
It's good. Still a bit really that
We don't get
isolated.
ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Not expected to
Oh,
find.
that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all outside our walls. Mostly.
So the board has been lying.
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
We'll remember it.
And if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor.
What type of favor?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
She stole it. Okay. Sounds
I
valuable.
couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game.
Fair enough.
But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
I'll ask
Thanks a
about
bunch.
it.
Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay. I'm gonna look around this way first. So this is why it was theft. Because it is. It's literally right there. Let's see. What foods? Take your foods. What else can I sell? Not that. Probably that. Yeah, don't. What do you have? Ah, Space's Choice. Lots of food from Space's Choice. It's always food. What do you have? Ammo. Coat of armor. MSI.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Bennett, you have a name. Hello.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
No. Okay. Resident. McGuire. Resident. Oh, there we go. So it'll let it load in. Ammo, sure. Oh. Nice, but not nice enough, really. Nokia bar talk bingo sheet. Look between the eyes. Number 3, no 4. This big. Oh, it's a bathroom. Resident. Hello.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Indeed.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Yeah, why not?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares.
That's
well,
nice.
as long as we don't run out of bits.
You just sell
But until the
things.
windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
There you go. Good luck.
Why, thank you. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Good on ya. Pretty good
I wouldn't
negotiation.
doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll try.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
Talk to you later. Hello?
It'll be good to get some steady pay again.
Thanks for the help. Still, this is a nice break from the warehouse.
Oh, hello. No. I have a feeling we should speak to you.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
You sound drunk.
Don't interrupt. It's rude.
Okay.
But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I'd Shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Suppose.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll.
Nah.
Let's change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure, go for it.
Outstanding!
2 bits for that.
What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Told you can help me.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
Hell yeah.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up.
No,
You wanna
you're
die
not.
sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Okay.
That's quitter talk. You want me shooting straight? Give me my meds.
Yep. I'll be back. We'll do that at some point. Residence. Which one?
Wrapped musk and canid right here.
Hello.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest? You look like a man who...
Mostly fresh.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Why would... Oh, hang on. Sorry. You really just have meat and... Ooh.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Are you okay?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature.
So you want me to go outside there?
You have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
I'll help.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And
Watch him
if
be
you
dead.
find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell
Okay.
them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
I'm pretty sure you're just crazy. And that's why you ran away. It's just very... You know? You don't want that. You don't need that. Zane? Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook.
Hello.
But you don't look like one of Catherine's.
Correct.
What can I get you?
Some things.
All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
What do you... Oh, okay. You have a lot. Okay. Protossable blocker. That's probably a good switch for Yeah. Oh, wait, you had some
to support the local. What can I?
Yeah, some other things, didn't
If
you?
you don't.
Armor? Actually, that's a good point. What do I have? 29 both. Because I learned you can just tinker. And pay to have this stuff stronger. Swap out the rifle for the carbine. Sorry, I've got my dad asking me about dog sitting, which, you know, well, it happens. Stuff happens.
Help! Someone!
Hello?
I think I'm good.
What happened?
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this...
Someone's been
If you're
killed.
going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now,
Well, I kinda have to go. Was it lower right? Oh dear. There was a fight. Well, I may as well. Yeah, back. I found, like, no clues other than the betting slip. That is... Oh, hello, bag. Okay, so we have betting slips and the... Oh. Go investigate. Got it. Anyway, why are we here again? No. 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 Oh. Technically, yes. We're here for the... Okay. Yeah. Got it. Well, as long as we're technically meant to be here. Let's go.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
That doesn't seem too fair.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Who wants to check about a toss ball?
Sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
Okay.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Okay. You have money trouble?
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Why?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
Oh.
Sort of a strong, silent type.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
I see what's going on here.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hello.
Well, new business turns up at last.
Hello.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
It didn't.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Apparently I do.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just sort of floating around.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for salt tuna.
That'd be correct.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Yeah, it didn't really work. If you're, yeah, that's a good point. If you're free, why do you want them?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
That's a shame.
We've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Right. Why not embrace?
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Man up.
I have people to look after. I need to be practical.
That's why Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
I haven't seen any advertising for this place.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How do you mean?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course.
That's
If
it?
you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
That's
and
it?
you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Okay. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Ordnance or ordnance?
Ordnance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
So, where do I find it?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Oh boy.
Do be
I'll get it.
I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there.
Bang, bang.
While you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
What if I take it? What else do I need to do? No. Around here somewhere. Velma.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Oh,
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
good idea. Hello.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook.
Nope.
Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately.
I can tell.
First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
You're what? Yeah.
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Sounds about right.
I can't keep working double shifts either.
You don't have
Since you
to.
don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
Oh, hold on.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else.
Yeah, sorry guys. Gonna have to give it a rest here for today, because, well, puppy sitting ain't free. Puppies are difficult. So I shall see you all later.